Chicago is walking straight into a storm this week, and every Bears fan can feel the tension shaking the whole city. A comment from months ago has suddenly resurfaced, fueling a rivalry that never needed extra gasoline but now feels hotter than ever. The stakes are massive, the pressure is real, and the challenge ahead could redefine everything this team has been building toward. Inside Hollis Hall, nobody is ducking the heat. They're embracing it, leaning into the noise, and preparing for a showdown that could flip the division and send shockwaves through the NFC. If you're riding with the Bears, hit subscribe, drop a like, and stay locked in because this story is only getting louder right now. I have to tell you, the second Ben Johnson's name reappeared in the headlines this week. I knew exactly where this conversation was going because the man didn't just step into Chicago with confidence. He strolled in with receipts, swagger, and a little grin that said he knew exactly what he was doing. And now, as the Bears walk into Lambeau Field with the NFC North on the line, that one little quip he dropped back in January about enjoying beating Matt LaFleur twice a year has resurfaced like a spark looking for gasoline. But this time, it's not just the fans reacting. Packers offensive coordinator Adam Stenavich made it crystal clear he took Johnson's words personally, and I can't say I'm surprised. Because this isn't just about a stray comment or a January press conference. It's about pride. It's about coaching reputations. It's about a division where every word carries weight and every rivalry cut goes deeper than anyone wants to admit. Stenavich laughed it off publicly, sure, but when a coordinator says, "Yeah, you take it personal for sure," you know exactly what that means. You know that man circled week 14 the moment the schedule dropped. And the irony of it all, the beautifully messy human part, is that Stenavich interviewed for the very job Ben Johnson ended up getting. He walked into that room hoping to lead the Chicago Bears, only to see someone else take the seat and immediately fire a playful shot at the team he returned to coach. And that's where this gets intriguing, because Johnson wasn't wrong about his history. He beat LaFleur 5 out of 6 times as Detroit's offensive coordinator. He helped reshape the entire NFC North dynamic. He earned the right to speak with confidence. But speaking confidently in Detroit is one thing. Speaking confidently as the head coach of the Chicago Bears while preparing to walk into Lambeau with the division at stake is an entirely different level of audacity. And I'll be honest, I don't mind it. I actually like it. Because the Bears haven't had someone with this kind of presence in a long time, someone who understands the emotional stakes of this rivalry and isn't afraid to speak directly to them. But now comes the part that matters. Can Ben Johnson back up his words? Because talk in January is entertainment. Wins in December are legacy. His Bears are sitting at 9-3, one of the hottest teams in football, playing with a confidence and rhythm Chicago hasn't seen in years. Yet even in the middle of that momentum, the flaws are visible. Caleb Williams has been inconsistent, leaving throws on the field that could have buried teams early. Completing just 58% of his passes isn't going to cut it in Lambeau, not with playoff control in reach, not with a Packers defense ready to turn every mistake into a celebration. And then there's the run game, the heartbeat of Johnson's offensive identity. Against Philadelphia, it was dominant. Against Green Bay, it will be tested harder than it has been in weeks. The Packers are allowing under 100 rushing yards per game, and that's not by accident. If D'Andre Swift and Kyle Monangai can't force Green Bay to respect the ground game, Johnson's playbook shrinks, and suddenly you're asking a rookie quarterback to win this rivalry game with precision he hasn't consistently shown. That's the razor's edge the Bears are walking. What makes this matchup so electric is that Johnson doesn't get to hide from any of this. His words from January follow him into Lambeau like a spotlight. His confidence has built expectations. His history against LaFleur has built tension. And now he has to prove that the Chicago chapter of his coaching career can live up to the Detroit one. That's the price of talking boldly. Sooner or later, the field asks you to cash the check. So let me ask Bears fans directly. Do you believe Ben Johnson is ready to validate every ounce of swagger he walked into Chicago with? Or are you worried Green Bay will turn his words into bulletin board fuel that burns the Bears in the biggest game of their season? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe, and join the Bears community, because this rivalry isn't just alive, it's about to explode.